Hello everyone, today I'm going to review the Sirui Nightwalker 24mm T1.2 Cine lens. For those of you new to the channel, my name is Andrei Dima. I'm a professional travel photographer and video maker, and I run this Fujifilm channel. And today I'm going to review the Sirui 24mm T1.2 lens for the Fujifilm X system. I had this lens with me in a couple of locations, Valencia, Alicante and Madrid, Spain, so I spent enough time with the lens to make an opinion about it and used it with both my Fujifilm X-H2S and X-T5. And man, do I love this lens. Let me show you some footage from Madrid and then get into the review. Let's talk about the wonderful build quality of this lens. It is made almost completely out of an aluminum alloy. The mount is metal, the aperture and focus wheels are aluminum, the part around the front glass element is made from plastic. The lens overall feels very well put together. The lens has a nice soft finish with nicely engraved white markings and a blue line that makes it stand out. Being a cinema lens and made out of aluminum and glass, it weighs 538 grams. That is quite good for a cine lens. Actually, all Nightwalker lenses have the same size and placement of the iris and focus rings. So it is going to be a breeze changing these cine lenses on your setup. It is not the lightest lens, but keep in mind it is a cine lens, and in my opinion it is the perfect weight for a lens like this. It balances very well on my X-H2S and X-T5. The optical structure is 12 elements in 11 groups, and it has a 67mm filter thread. Actually, all Nightwalker lenses have a 67mm filter thread to make your life easier. The minimum focus distance is 30 centimeters, so you can go close and personal with your subject. The lens is fully manual and it has no electronic contacts or weather sealing, but keep in mind this is a budget cinema lens. You won't mind those missing features once you start using this lens and enjoy its great image quality. Being a cine lens, the focus ring of course has built-on gears and it turns smoothly when used handheld, but it shines when you use it with a follow focus system. The focus throw is long just like on most cine lenses. It is 270 degrees. This helps you make focus pulls easier and more precise. This is the first time I used the lens in Madrid. Look how easy I managed to achieve focus. Now, one of the main characteristics of a cine lens besides the gears on its rings is reduced focus breathing or none at all. And on this lens the focus breathing is very well controlled. You get just a little bit of focus breathing, almost unnoticeable. Sirui did a great job with this lens. Let me quickly explain the difference between T-stops and f-stops. I won't bore you with too many details and try to make it simple, but I think this is something you should know before buying such a lens. The T-stop refers to the transmission of light through all the lens interior components, like glass elements, and the f-stop refers only to the light that is passing through the iris. Now let's get into the important stuff you all are waiting for, and that is image quality. And man, do I love the image quality of this lens. It is crisp and contrasty even at T1.2, and if you stop it down it looks better and better. But I like that at T1.2 it has a bit of character that makes your footage look more interesting. All the test footage was shot on the Fujifilm X-H2S and the X-T5 in 4K and bitrates higher than 200 megabits per second at 24 and 60 frames per second with a high quality ND filter. I also shot some 6.2K test footage to see how much you can push this lens if you want. The lens at T1.2 has good contrast and it is sharp enough in the center. The corners are softer, but at this aperture I don't care about that, I care about the low light footage and creamy background, which this lens provides. It lets in enough light at T1.2 that I could use low ISO values as 200 after the sunset. If you want more sharpness in the corners, just start stopping the lens down. You will see the image quality gradually improve. At T4 it is very sharp and the corners get better as well, and at T5.6 you get sharp results from corner to corner if you need. But this lens shines at its brightest T-stop and most of the Madrid footage is shot at T1.2 because I enjoy the look and lens flare. Speaking of lens flare, I love the look of it on this lens. I know not everybody likes flares, but I do for my footage. Don't get scared, the only times you get flares is if you shoot directly into a powerful source of light. Otherwise, I did not notice any. Now let's talk about the bokeh of this lens. As you saw in some of my footage, it is nice and creamy. At such a lower t-stop you get some amazing out-of-focus backgrounds that never look busy, and the transition between in-focus and out-of-focus just looks smooth and great. Of course, being such a bright lens at this budget, you can see some chromatic aberrations at T1.2 in high contrast scenes and with bright lights at night, but stopping it down to T2 makes them go away. This is the price you pay for such a bright lens, but I'm okay with that, and some people like chromatic aberrations in their footage. The image at minimum focus distance is good. I think being able to get as close as 30 cm with a cinema lens is amazing. Sirui put a lot of effort in making this an all-around great cinema lens for people with low budgets and starting filmmakers. Sirui did send me this lens to review and give you my honest opinion, and my honest opinion is that this is a great budget cine lens from its image quality to its build quality. You can create some beautiful films and videos with it, and that T1.2 stop is just amazing for low light. Its contrast and character are a plus for people that want good looking footage straight out of the camera. I am really impressed with the Sirui 24mm T1.2 Nightwalker lens, and I think if you are looking for a lens like this or a full set, you should check them out. They have some amazing prices. If this video was helpful, please subscribe. This helps me grow the channel, and if you want to support me even more, check out my presets packs and use the links in the description.